The title of her speech is Learn to Give a Benefit of Doubt. Let's welcome our third speaker to the lecture, Toastmaster Aisha Dambata. Learn to give a benefit of doubt. Have you ever made an assumption and your doubts or your assumption misled you? I will be throwing my question to our able IPP. Mr. Selim, have you ever doubted someone and your assumption failed you?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you please share with us?
Okay, for example, I would say I doubted the person. We are in the Toastmasters community, so to bring the point home, our recent election of Toastmasters, right? With the initiatives that he has been throwing out, he has exceeded my expectation by almost 1,000,000%. So I didn't doubt him, but he has greatly exceeded my expectation. That's my example.
That is wonderful. I really didn't expect less. Good evening, Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I woke up on a Monday morning after the long break. I was feeling so excited to report to the office because I have just been granted a visa interview. I walked to the office majestically to meet my boss, but I was told he had gone to the head office. Fine. I decided to kill a bird, 2 birds with a stone, because the letter he signed, eventually I will have to take it to the head office for them to approve it. I went to the head office confidently. Unfortunately, I met his absence. I waited after a while, he didn't show. I asked the secretary if it's okay for me to take back my letter to the office. When my boss is in the office, he signs it and I bring it back to the head office. The secretary said, no. In his voice, he said, don't worry, this is just a minor issue. When your boss comes, he will just sign it, then I take it for final endorsement. I went back to the office. The office, it was registration time, so I had so many people to register. I was in a conference hall. After like 2 hours, my boss walked in and he stood at the middle. Then he said in his voice, Dambata, if you ever take any letter that I'm supposed to sign to the head office, I will not sign it again. I couldn't see again. I couldn't feel my hands. I was just praying for the floor to open and swallow me and my chair. But a client I was already registering him. So out of nervousness, I started typing. Pa, 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 pa. You could just hear the size of the keyboard. Then a colleague came by and tapped me and said, Aisha, stand up, go outside and get a fresh air. I went out to get the fresh air. But guess what? There was no wind. Nothing was blowing. I sat in the car. I cried and cried and cried after I was satisfied. Then I placed a call to the secretary and I asked him, sir, what transpired between you and my boss? And he said, honestly, there was nothing. I just gave him the letter and he signed it. I was like, are you sure that's all? He said, yes. So immediately, I took my phone and I placed a call to a higher authority. I was crying. I said, Uncle, please, can I be transferred out of this office? With tears rolling. He said, what happened? I said, calm down. What happened? What is it? I explained the whole scenario to him. Then he laughed. You know this wicked laughter. But I was furious. It wasn't funny to me. I said, Uncle, what happened? He said, Aisha, I assure you, if this is how you'll be seeking transfer, just because of this little argument, then every week you'll be jumping from one office to another. I said, what? Is this how the civil servants, how mean they are? I said, I wasn't brought up in this environment. So you mean there are no lenient people here? He said, that is the job you signed for. I stood up and walked to my boss's office. And I met him. I said, please, sir, have I ever offended you? Or is there anything I've ever done and you decided not to meet me personally just for you to embarrass me in the whole crowd? He said, Aisha, what happened? In my mind, I was like, okay, is this man playing me or what? I said, you just embarrassed me out there. He said, oh, I did? I became furious again deep inside me. He said, honestly, I didn't know I did anything. I just spoke normally and I left. I said, okay, sir, can I please be given a break today? They said, yes, you can go home. I went home. In my mind, I've already thought of what to do. I said, anytime I step into this office, I'll lock up. It's just going to be official relationship. No mutual, nothing, no greetings. So I went to the office. It was like that, but my friends noticed that I wasn't myself. I have totally locked up. And she advised me and said, Aisha, free your mind. See the beauty of the world. Free yourself from this burden you're carrying. After some talk, I gave it a trial. I said, okay, let me try and see. So I just allowed everything to die naturally. And guess what? We became pals again. If there is any job, the first person he assigns is Dambata. Dambata do this, Dambata do that. At a point, I said, why is this man stressing me? Finally, an opportunity came to the office. There was a vacant seat for a position. But because I've been drilled by my boss that I feel I can stand on my feet, there is no job that I can't take. My boss nominated me. I went for the interview feeling like one guru. So when I went there, after the question and everything, my name came up. And I got that position. Assumptions are the termites that eat up our relationship. At the end of the day, they leave us with nothing but an empty shell. Toastmasters of the day.